So we are talking about chord trees with respect to the rasters and vectors. So chord tree by Finkel and Bentley in 1974. The raster structure in chord tree, it divides the space, not the objects. We'll see how we are going to devise it. Just for beginning, let us begin by saying that we can partition. This is a space, and we can partition or divide it in terms of space. So quadri means quad means four. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, now this can be recursively done. 1, 2, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4 like this. So you are dividing the space, not the objects. It is a form of block coding. That means a compact storage of a large 2D array. Large 2D array, because if you happen to devise or place the image or the raster in terms of or in the form of 2D array, it will take a contiguous space and say 4K by 4K. So what memory is going to take? 4K means 4 into that is 496 into 496, then into say 2 byte. So this much of memory is always being given to that image, and maybe more other aspects are also there. So compact storage, this is a compact storage for large two-dimensional array. So this is a form of block coding, and vector version exists too for the chord trees. See, the idea of chord tree is this is a chord tree. So we start with a node, that is the root node, and then this one is the northwest. Every node has, this is a M array tree, and where M is 4, that is why it is called quad tree. So this main node is they has 4 children. You can say this node has 4 children: northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. So these are the 4, because we are talking about the space partition. That is why we are giving them name as NW, NE, SW, SE. Now again, this NW can be divided into again 4 subtree or subchild. Same likewise, this can be NW, the first one. The other can be NE, the other will be SW and SE, like this. So we have here, how many nodes we have? 4. Here, how many nodes we have? 4. One node. Here we have 4 nodes. How many nodes we have here? See, 16. So it is actually, the numbers are varying like this. That is 4 to the power 0, 4 to the power 1, 4 to the power 2, and 4 to the power 3, that is 64, and likewise. So the chord tree is now how we can represent the choropleth raster map in this. For example, this is your root node. Now in this we have four children: northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. And we can see the northeast is fully filled. That is, the choropleth is already there. So in the northeast, we are going to place only one node, right? And because all the 4 are equal, while the northwest, we will divide it into 4. That is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the north, this southeast side. So this one, in the southeast side, we can again divide it. So we divided it again, and then we see that at the last partition we have what? These two are filled. That means northeast and southeast are filled. So northeast and southeast will be made this color. And what about the southwest? Southwest we divide into 4, and we know this partition southeast, so we make it green. So this is the idea of chord tree. The grid with 2 to the power k times 2 to the power k pixel. The grid is 2 to the power k times the 2 to the power k pixel. The depth of the tree is k plus 1. The internal node always have 4 children. Internal nodes will always have 4 children, and the internal node represent a non-homogeneous region. The internal node represent a non-homogeneous region, and the leaves represents a homogeneous region, and it shows the common value or a name, as we have just seen in the last figure. What is the complexity of chord tree? Say a subdivision with boundary length r pixels in a grid of 2 to the power k times 2 to the power k. So if we have a grid of 2 to the power k side and 2 to the power k, This means that you will have five, say 256 by 256 image, or 512 by 512, 512, and likewise, So this is 2k by 2k. So a subdivision with boundary length r, the boundary length is r, that is the subdivision, in a grid of 2 to the power k times 2 to the power k gives a quadtree with order of k dot r. So this r will become r by 2 here, then again it will become r by 2 to the 2 by 2, that is r by 4, like this. So the order will be order of k into r nodes. The idea is that two adjacent different pixel cost at most two paths in the quadtree. Two adjacent different pixel, they may cost at most two paths in the quadtree. So this is the overlay with quadtree in the vectors. So if this is a water, and now you know how to represent it. So this is how we can represent it using a quadtree, that is overlaying the water, and this is the acid water, say with some pH value. This is how we represent it. And now we want to overlay these two, what we have just got here, these two. Now we want to overlay these two rasters, means this over this. So what we are going to do, exactly same thing, because the final tree will also be a quadtree only. So if you see that this representation, the values are combined in terms of the quadtree. Okay. So the result of overlay gives this result. This is the result. If you overlay this, you will see that the result will be like this. The overlay we have just seen, how we have done it. You will be wondering how exactly we have got this tree, or how exactly the overlay has been done. So what we have used is, if color q1 is specified and q2 is a leaf, if color q1 is specified and q2 is a leaf, then we return a leaf for q3 with as color the combination of these two, q1 and q2. Then if color q2 is specified and q1 is leaf, then what we are going to return a leaf for q3 with as color the combination of these q1 and q2. But if the q1 and q2 are both leaf, a leaf for q3 with a color of combination of these q1 and q2, combination of these two. So this is how we have seen. Let me show you again. So these are the result. As you see, this particular area, this red area, is giving you the overlay exact one over another. So that is why we have in this algorithm, if both are leaf, we return a leaf, final leaf, as a color combination of these q1 and q2. So that is why we have a red, that is the combination of green and the orange one. Now in the overlay algorithm, we also have one more thing, that is, if color q1 is specified or q1 is leaf, then q2 is an internal node and q is an internal node. Then we recurse in the fourth subtree of q2 with the color of q1 specified. And if the color q2 is specified as q2, which is a leaf, and q1 is an internal node, then we recurse in the four subtrees of q1 with the color of q2 as specified. If q1 and q2 are both internal nodes, we are talking here about, say, let me give you like this. What I'm saying is, what this algorithm is saying, whether it is an internal node or whether it is a leaf, and what is happening when both are overlaying or not. So in this internal nodes we have to do, so we are taking the internal here, and we have to talk about the leaves also. So if q1 and q2 are both internal nodes, then recurs in the four corresponding subtrees of q1 and q2. The overlay efficiency, the result is quadtree q3 that you just saw, that represents an overlay. So just assume that n nodes in q1 and we have n nodes in q2. So the order will be simply n plus n. And if q3 need only contain the overlay where q1 has the particular theme, then can be done more efficiently by the pruning. Pruning we can use. So quadtree construction of raster. We construct complete quadtree on all pixels. We merge bottom-up groups of 4 with same attribute. We merge bottom-up groups of 4 with same attributes. But the disadvantage here of this is temporarily a lot of storage needed for quadtree on all pixels and not efficient in time. So the second method we can use is, we construct a quadtree top-down recursively, and we merge 4 subtrees immediately when returning from the recursion into a leaf if there are 4 leaves with the same attribute. So we can also apply various queries. This is the point location, which is trivial. The windowing, we descend into the subtree in that intersect the query window, and the traversal boundary polygon up and down in the quadtree. So this is vector quadtree. PM quadtree is the naming of Semet, and we divide each square if there are two or more vertices inside and a vertex and an edge inside. So we are talking about point, line, polygon. We are talking about a vector subtree. So this is we have just seen the raster one. Now we are on to vector subtree. So PM quad tree is the naming of this segment. So dividing each square, if there are two or more vertices inside, vertex and an edge inside that are not incident, and two or more edges inside unless these edges are all incident to the same vertex, and this vertex is also in the square. And what about the leaf in vectors quad tree? It is empty inside a region pointed to a cell just. We can have one edge that is pointed to edge in a leaf, or we can have one vertex with incident edges. So this is pointed to vertex in leaf. So this is the example of vector chord tree, as I just suggested, that we'll divide again them into m-ary, and finally we'll place it in the leaf. See, these are the leaf. These are the points. These are the points, and these are the edges. These are the edges. So point location in vector chord tree, we go down chord tree to leaf that contains the query point. So at the leaf we resolve the query. So the point location in vector chord tree, as we said that we go down chord tree to leaf that contains the query point, and the leaf we resolve the query. So the complexity will be, this for this we have order of 1 time for an edge, we have order of 1 time we have for this vertex, order of degree of vertex time, and the complexity vector chord tree of vector chord tree will be, this cannot be expressed in the number of stored objects only. It depends on the inter distance of vertices also compared to the region size, and it depends on the accidental distance of the vertex to a side of a square also. So we allow, just elevating the problem, we allow some small numbers, say 3 or 4 of number of points or independent edges in a square. So we do not split squares beyond a certain size. So in this this was a very short introduction. So the raster chord tree, it is a simple structure, simple map overlay. We saw simple queries how we can deal. In vector chord tree, this is possibly useful for efficient access, but the performance guarantee is not there. So thank you so much. This was a very brief introduction for you. We'll be taking more on this chord tree.